Okay, today's gonna be shoulder day. We're gonna be starting off with rear delts for shoulders. It's gonna be shoulders and biceps. I like usually starting off with the rear delt pec fly to get the rear delts warmed up, and then I'll move on to the bent over seated dumbbell rear delt raises. We've been increasing weight on a lot of exercises recently, so we'll start this first set off here at 175. Rear delt flies, just gonna grab the handles, bring them out like that, and try to contract the rear delts as much as possible. For this second set here, I want a bit more of a contraction on the rear delts. So I'm gonna drop the weight just a tad. So from 175 to 165, just like a 10-pound drop. You'll notice too, we're not letting the stack, the pit where the pin part of the stack is, we're not letting it touch the bottom plates, just to keep that tension on the rear delts the whole time. So for this last set here, dropping the weight quite a bit, so from 165 to 145. Sticking with the routine that we've been following for rear delts the past month, we're gonna do a fourth set, switching the exercise up to single arm rear delt flies. So basically dropping the weight enough where we can get that contraction for the one arm. We're just gonna bring it out like this, keep the body pointed that way. Onto some rear delt dumbbell raises, some rear delt bent over dumbbell raises. Got the 20s right now, can't seem to get a hold of the 25s. There's like a single 25, but I can't find the other one. the seat up a bit here. Onto some dumbbell lateral raises now. We're gonna be starting with the 30s. I'm thinking we do some dumbbell lateral raise sets, and we'll move on to the machine lateral raise. Excuse me, we'll finish off this last set for dumbbell lateral raise, and we'll move on to the seated machine lateral raise. Onto the machine lateral raises. Lower that just a tad. So, same thing we did last time. We're gonna grab onto the handles for the first set or second set, and then we're gonna go no handles and just kind of stick the arms out, just to change where we get the contraction for the shoulders. So I got it set to 110 here. All right, second set here. So this is what I was talking about in the when I started that first set. I was saying we're not gonna like grab onto the handles now. So we're just gonna like push with our arms like that. I got it set to 80. So shoulders are done. We did like 4 shoulder exercises, 2 rear delt, and then 2 middle delt, being the side lateral raise machine and dumbbell. So we'll check out the shoulder pump here real quick, see what we've been cooking up for shoulders, and then we'll go bang out some bicep stuff. Starting biceps now. I'm going to be starting with the dumbbell preacher curl, just to kind of get the biceps warmed up instead of like starting with the heavier lifts, like the barbell preacher curl, for example. Just because we really pushed the tendons and the biceps on that last arm day. So for these, we're just gonna bring it down like this, and then squeeze and contract that bicep until we get to the top. So something I've noticed as a sign of if like you're doing this right and you're really getting that contraction in the biceps is after you're done this exercise, your biceps should be like relatively sore. Because I notice when I don't squeeze and contract, like if I was to flex the bicep, then the muscles aren't as sore. But when I like do that flexing movement, like if I were to do like a pose or something and flex the peak, then I get that sore feeling in the muscles. Also, like it's relative to like how developed your biceps are, but picture just like flexing the weight as you're bringing it up. We'll do one more bicep exercise after, and we'll head out. So finishing off biceps here now, we're gonna work on the brachialis and like the side of the bicep. So to do that, we're just gonna do the curls, like the reverse grip curls for grabbing on to the dumbbell like that and curling like that. So it's more like crossover curls, I think. All right, one more set of these, and we're gonna call it there, head out. And that's it. Till next one.